Howdy friends, and welcome to another historical campground found in the Southwest United States. Today's destination is Sugarite Canyon State Park in northeast New Mexico. The park is located south of Colorado Springs, Colorado, northeast of Sante Fe, New Mexico, and northwest of Amarillo, Texas. Just 6 miles from Raton, New Mexico, the park sprawls up a canyon towards the border with Colorado. Just take Highway 72 and you'll go east of Raton to New Mexico Highway 526, which heads north. It's a great place to stop and rest on a road trip, or it could be a great relaxing destination. The park opened in 1985 and sits at an elevation of 6,600 feet above sea level. It contains 20 miles of trails within its 4,500 acres and has about 35 campsites in 2 campgrounds, Alice Lake and Soda Pocket Campground. Let's take a look at the Alice Lake Campground, which has 12 RV sites with water and 30 amp electric hookups and bear boxes. Most of the sites here have good shade, and the sites are not real large, as you can see. It would probably be best for tents or a van, a pop-up, or some smaller RV. The park used to be home to Apache, Ute, and Comanche Indians for centuries until the Sante Fe Trail opened in 1821. This trail linked Franklin, Missouri with Sante Fe, New Mexico, and many settlers, trappers, and miners use this route because of the Chicorica River that forms the valley. In 1894, coal was discovered and a mine opened where the park is today. The town of Sugarite was established in 1912, and its population grew to about 1,000 before the mine shut down in 1941. Site number 8 was fairly large for a bigger RV, and it was flat and accessible as well. Site number 11 was literally surrounded by roads and in the middle of the campground. Site number 12 was kind of peculiar as its driveway runs along a road to the tent-only campsites. Driving through the park, you can still see the remnants of the 2011 track fire that burned about 80% of the park. You have to drive a pretty long road that takes you to a bluff above Alice Lake to the Soda Pocket Campground. The road isn't real steep, but you will want to take your time. The sites up here are quite a bit larger for the most part, but there is no water and electricity up here. The good news is there is a great view and plenty of sunshine to charge your solar panels. Sites 1 through 7 are listed as accessible on the park information, but the small concrete ramps to the picnic area sticks up about 2 or 3 inches from the gravel area, which makes them not that accessible for a wheelchair. I never depend on the picnic table when I travel, so I have noted sites that I thought would be big enough and had packed gravel or grass to get around in. Be sure to check out my campground worksheet found in the description of this video for specific site information, including accessibility. There is a nice accessible vault toilet up here. Site number 8 was a nice large pull-through with good views of the hills and cliffs to the west and the Chicorica River Valley to the east and south. Site number 12 wasn't real large, but had a great view. Site number 15 looked nice, but it was for the camp host. Site number 17 was a nice sized pull-through with good shade, but the trees do block your view. You can see the hillside behind you, and the area has a lot of wildlife, including bears, so please take precautions. Site 18 was a huge pull-through with a pretty good view to the east, west, and the north. Site number 19 is a very small site, but great views. Here's one of the many trails that run through this area. As you drive between sites 19 and 20, you see the spectacular view to the south. Sites 20 through 23 have some very nice views, even though some of the driveways are uphill a bit. Site 23 is a small site, but it has probably one of the best views, as you can see up and down the Chicorica River Valley. If you take the time driving further north up the main road, you can see the spillway for Lake Maloya. It is the main water supply for the city of Raton. It is great for fishing, although no gas motors are allowed. It is a popular destination for canoeing, paddleboard, and kayaks, as well as anything that has electric motors. It is quite beautiful and goes all the way up to the border of Colorado. Interestingly, the lake has a boat ramp and a fully accessible wheelchair dock to fish from, which was quite impressive. I hope you have enjoyed your visit to this beautiful campground. I have passed the sign on Interstate 25 about 50 times, and I'm glad I finally stopped to check it out. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel so you won't miss some of my other great destinations. And be sure to check out my existing catalog of state, government, and national parks throughout the United States. Until next time, so long.